I'm your co-host, and this is our host right here of the night. You can introduce yourself.
Okay, my name is Lisa Betts Diggs, and I'm the founder of Friends for Life Resource Center, a non-for-profit organization here in the city of Chicago.
All righty. So we'd like to encourage people to call in tonight. You can please call in at the bottom of your screen. It's 312-738-1060 with any of the comments or suggestions you may have about tonight's show. So let's get right off into it. First of all, let's touch base on some of the violence that's been happening, citywide in Chicago. I have been just, as me being a community activist, Lisa, I get out here every day. I'm on the streets, and I meet people, and I'm constantly hearing people run up to me talking about this happened last night, this happened, or we're getting calls and this and that. Then you turn on the news, and it backs it up, and then you find out more stuff that you couldn't get to. I might have something on the west side. I got to jump back to the south side, back to South Shore, back out to Roseland, and then back to South Shore. So,
wait a minute. Let me stop you for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Peter Kelly, you have to introduce yourself. You to introduce yourself.
I just take it for granted.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? My name is Pete Eson Keller. I'm a part of Friends for Life. We also have an organization called ULON, ULON, which we're doing a lot of things around the city, and kind of conjunction with our sister organization, Friends for Life. So glad to be here again.
And I thank you. And I also want to say thank you for being a part of Friends for Life. And I need a hug because you're always there when I need you.
Right.
And I appreciate that. But what I wanted to do today was bring you onto the show and allow you to tell people about your organization and what you do here in the city of Chicago and how your organization is tackling some of the issues with this violence here in Chicago.
Correct. Okay. And I appreciate that. Friends for Life has definitely been something that opened a lot of doors for us, and vice versa, and we definitely want to keep it going. So, ULON is an organization. Basically what we do, we deal with people that come home from the penitentiary, and we get them jobs and or resources and or schooling. And so ULON stands for United Legion One Nation, and we are just all over the city dealing with young men and women that really want a chance of getting off the streets if they're in the gang culture or if they're just have an X on their back and really want to just get back into society. So a lot of things that we've done have been focused around helping these kids get off the street.
Okay.
I think that's some of the biggest things right now. Now, as you know, there's an incident, with a young gentleman getting shot recently at home. It's like you can't even eat dinner in your own home anymore, Okay. So a young man was shot in the neck by an altercation that happened over at a Burger King, and it was a shootout at the Burger King, and miles away he gets shot.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Well, not miles, but I guess probably across the street on the second floor. Through the neck.
Bullet came through his window.
Right.
So you can't even sit in your kitchen. It's bad enough you can't go out on the street.
And from what I heard, did you have some type of alliance with him, or you had
my
somebody
son actually knew the gentleman from high school, and they actually worked together. And so my son is very upset. This gentleman, DeMarco Kennedy, from what the media is showing, and his family, and my son also states that this is a good guy. He was a good guy, a hardworking gentleman, family oriented, and just didn't deserve to be killed like this in his own home where you should be safe.
Right, exactly. And so I think that kind of shows that it's really touching base now with a lot of people that it almost is like you really can't go anywhere. Now they have, like I said, under the bypasses, on the expressway, the shootings. So it kind of makes you wonder, sometimes could it be, almost an inside job? We'll never know. So speculations out there, people. But we do want you to call in. Feel free to call in 312-738-1060 if you have any ideas or suggestions or comments on the weekend. And just leading up to this, it's almost at the end of the week now. We're almost at another weekend.
Exactly.
And it's Thursday. So Friends for Life. Let's talk about Friends for Life for a quick minute and just let you know what some of the things that we do have going on. Would you like to open up a little bit about that?
Okay, well, we are a resource center, and we offer free programs to parents, youth, and anyone in the community. We offer parenting classes, job training, conflict resolution, domestic violence intervention, and youth violence prevention through our organization.
Okay.
And we actually collaborate and partner with a lot of different organizations just to try to provide positive resources here in the community that are free, and some that are on sliding scale according to the person's income.
Great. We'd like to go to the overhead real quick. you know what I'm saying, and let you have a brief look at what it is that we have here. So Friends for Life also has a web page, and we'd like you to go to that as well as a contact, a Gmail. And you guys can definitely go there and find out more about the organization, and feel free to contact us. And if you have any questions and you guys would like to, be a part of Instrumental and meet with us and come to some of our programs or workshops and see what Friends for Life has available, please do so. All right. So now, getting back into what we were saying. Now, I know that Friends for Life has another event, something coming up. Can you tell us a bit about
Well, this Saturday, which is August the 13th, Friends for Life will be on 1813 West Monroe.
Okay, we have that right
And this is going to be a safe summer night, movie night. Also on that day, there's going to be a reunion in the Valley. They're going to be having their annual yearly reunion. And once the sun goes down, maybe like 7 o'clock, Friends for Life is going to set up a portable movie theater. So the children could just sit down and bond with their families and just continue with their parents to have a safe summer night. And this is all free and provided by Friends for Life Resource Center.
Right. Now that's 8:15, people. 8:15 West Monroe. And it'll be when?
The 13th, this Saturday, August the 13th.
Okay, great. So that will be this weekend, y'all.
Okay.
Saturday at 8:15 West Monroe.
Right.
So, and there's also something else that Friends for Life is starting to do, and we have teamed up with these people. I'd like to give you the honors of mentioning this.
Okay, we have also teamed up with the Nate Jones Foundation. Nate Jones is a Olympian. He won a bronze medal for boxing.
One of our very own.
Yes, and he's also from Cabrini Green, where the event is going to be held at Seward Park. Seward Park, thank you. And can you look and tell me what the address is, because I cannot see it.
Okay, so this will be at Seward Park, which is at 375 North Elm Street, Chicago, Illinois 60610. Seward Park is basically on the corner of Orleans and Division, which is the north side, and it goes all the way to Oak Street, and that's Seward Park. You can't miss it. It has a huge clock and a field house within it, and we usually have a lot of our basketball events there, as well as summer programs. And there's summer programs going on right now at Seward Park. So feel free to come on down. You get to meet Nate Jones, right?
Right, and we're actually on that day, it's going to be a two-part event. So on Saturday, Friends for Life will be handling the musical portion, and we're going to have a group out called the Fix My Hat Movement. The Fix My Hat Movement, it's a group of artists from around the United States that have come together under one accord to try to cure the violence through music. And so they're going to be performing. Friends for Life Resource Center, we have some artists that's going to be coming out performing. And also the Nate Jones Foundation is going to collaborate, and they're going to be doing a field day. We're going to be giving away book bags. So it's going to be a nice event. But what I just found out is because of the fact that they're going to have the boxing tournament, the basketball tournament, the boxing tournament has been switched to that Sunday.
Okay.
So Sunday, August the 21st will be the boxing match, but the 20th will be the field day, the musical event, the book bag giveaway, the HIV and hepatitis testing, and immunization ban. So it's a lot going on, and it's all free. Please come out and support.
Free, y'all.
Free.
We know we love free.
Yes.
we definitely love free. Okay, so since this particular program is going to focus on a lot of the violence again, what are some of your personal feelings, Lisa, about the violence in Chicago? How does Friends for Life kind of like alter that, or how do they combat any of that, or how do they help the community as far as being aware of what's going on around you?
Well, we do that in several parts. We have mentors that come out and speak, like yourself, a couple of other gentlemen that talk about violence in the poetry setting, through spoken word, through mentoring, through workshop, through just really getting out on the corner and getting the word out, like you and your organization do. And pretty much those are just some of the things we do. Okay.
And so we would like to put it out there too. The Friends for Life is basically getting ready and looking for a storefront, because we're definitely trying to expand.
Yes.
So if anyone has any ideas and would like to contact us, let's go back to this overhead real quick, because we want to give people a chance to know where to contact us at. if you'd like to get in touch with us, please reach out to us at friendsforlifecenter@gmail.com, or you can feel free to call us at 773-360-0661. And I mean, for those who still haven't gotten a pen, we'll leave it up for another minute, just so you guys can come through, talk to us. If you have any questions, if you'd like to get your kids involved, if you'd like to know more about our programs, please reach out to us and we will definitely respond. Okay, we want you guys to know that. So, let's talk about some of the alliances that we have here. I know that recently we teamed up, or was it with Don Doty?
The Don Doty organization, Georgia Doty Foundation for HIV and Hepatitis Prevention.
Okay.
Don Doty is a gentleman who actually came here and implemented the Welfare to Work program, and through that he also, with his mother, founded the Georgia Doty Foundation, and now he has taken over that. So he goes out and pretty much just promote HIV and hepatitis awareness and teach people how to prevent catching those various diseases.
Okay, so basically what he's doing is kind of putting the information out there for the people to be aware of.
Yes.
Because you'd be surprised how many people really just aren't super specific as far as how you can catch certain things.
Yes.
And what are the, I guess, the diagnosis of many of them, and then what you can do to cure it, or if there is a cure.
Yes.
So we thank him for partnering with us. And so, who are some of the other people that have partnered with us, you know, with Friends for Life through the years, or, you know, have become a part of us that we can remember that could kind of stand out with us?
Oh, one, Miss T. Rose from the Idlewild Music Festival, Teresa Rose, which is a young lady that I met actually through an event that we attended, which was the event with Pierre Evans. Do you remember the event? Yeah. Right. It was, I can't remember what the event was called, but we met a young lady, Teresa Rose, and Teresa Rose has come aboard with Friends for Life and is actually collaborating with us. She's actually from Michigan, but
I remember that. Those are theater production.
Right, right. I can't think of the name.
Tommy was there.
Right, Tommy from Martin, and the gentleman from the Empire movie was there. And it was a really nice event. Thanks, Pierre Evans, one of Friends for Life's very own honorary board members, Pierre Evans. And we went to that event, and we did a lot of networking, and we met a lot of great people. Yeah. One, which is Miss T. Rose. And through that collaboration, I actually met John Ruffin, who wrote the stage play here, The Color Purple stage play. So she has a lot of resource and connect. So we just get out and just do what we need to do.
That's what we do. Friends for Life has always been one that has actually touched my heart, because when I joined Friends for Life and first became a board member, I mean, we were all over the city. We did everything. We were on radio, you know, big shouts out, you know what I'm saying, to my 106.3 family, you know, my boy Daryl Cook.
Yes,
you know,
hey, Daryl.
Yeah, my big boy D. We actually, you know, go tour different colleges, and we just did Governor State again. And, you know, just get it out there about the system and basically, you know, kind of the ins and outs of how our communities need more flourishing from our own, and as far as getting our own finances started. So much love to 106.3 for giving us the interviews the Friends for Life had. Also getting out there on just hitting the streets, you know, and making all the noise that we do and being known everywhere. We did the picnic. Remember we had the picnic with the aldermen?
Yes, and, Leslie Harris.
Yes, and our booth was what was happening. You know, we was cooking.
The back to school picnic,
yes,
but Friends for Life did their thing. But real briefly, I need to also thank a new board member, George Hernandez. Hi, George. And George is also a part of Vive television station, which is on 31st and Wabash. Right, and Celia Cologne, if I'm not pronouncing it right, Cologne. And I just want to thank them for just helping Friends for Life. They always step up and show out just like you do. So thank you.
Yes, definitely. And we were there. I think Friends for Life has also become almost like a household name in so many parts of the city, because wherever I go, you know, people are like, I remember you at this event. I remember you at this event. And they remember you was like, we're friends and other Friends for Life. Oh, right. Now we do have to be particularly. This stands for it's FLRC, which is what Friends for Life Resource Center. Okay, So we call it Friends for Life short. That's kind of like our own personal acronym, but everybody knows it. So that is partnered with Uline, as well as my boys T.O. Hardeman,
Yes.
you know, who has his Violence Interrupters. And I mean, the list goes on. We're always connected through the city with different people, and we really welcome you guys whenever we see you. So let's go back to this overhead one more time, because I really want you guys to be instrumental and make sure that you get in touch with us. You
And
know,
call. We need callers. We
Yeah,
encourage you
yeah.
all to call. Call in
Yes.
with any comments, questions, suggestions. We are open to any and all possibilities.
Yes, and anybody that just wants to say hi, you know, and let us know, you know, that you're out there, that you're trying to make a change like we are, then we definitely encourage you, because that's what Friends for Life is all about. And we basically are just that, Friends for Life. So let's keep it moving. So what about this politic thing? Do you think this has anything to do with how people are being received on the streets? Let's just say, for instance, okay, the connection with the police.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, I think the 90s left a bad stench, you know, with the police force, because people finally saw a lot of the injustices that we had been knowing all along. I mean, like with the whole Rodney King, that kind of broke everything open. But then they kind of still shunned it, and it kind of like, you know, disappeared a little bit. But now within the last 24 months, and Chicago being the head base of America for just so much corruptness and going back and forth with just these marches and these protests in the city. What do you think that has to do with these different grassroots organizations in the city? Are they making a change? Are they making a dent in any of this?
I think that in order to make a change, we have to move in numbers. I think we have to continue as a collective whole to prevent the violence. I don't think it's just one entity. I don't think it's the police. Not all police are bad. I have several police friends who talk to me on a daily basis about some of the things that they're facing with who they are and their morals and beliefs and values. But, you know, when you go out here and you work a job, that's what you want to do. You want to provide for your family. So it's unfortunate that they have that particular job and they're looked upon like that. But I think as a collective whole, the only way we're going to change is everyone has to get up and make a change. It just can't be the organizations. It starts at home. It starts at home, because trust and believe. I have a 31-year-old son. I have a 25-year-old daughter, and you know what your children are doing. You know when your children are selling drugs. You know when your children are going to school. And if you uphold that negative behavior, then you are just as accountable for the problem as they are.
Exactly. I know, you know, a lot of parents, you know, I deal with the Audie homes, and I have to go in these Cook County jails and this and that. And I see and hear some of the worst cases out there, you know. But I also notice the strain and the hurt in the parents' heart, because a lot of parents will go out and support their kids. But one thing that I've noticed within the last maybe 10 years that did not used to happen before, because I'm doing this a long time, within the last 10 years, I think a lot of parents have actually gotten fed up. And they may be there to support morally, but I guarantee you they will call their kids out in a minute and say, look, I know my kid is guilty. You know how you have those parents get on TV, well, my son didn't do it. No. The parents that I know that are straight from the hood, hardcore, will be first to say, look, my child is guilty, but I'm still here. I want to get this child some programs. I want to help my child, but there's no mistaking. I'm not trying to sugarcoat it. My child is a bad seed. And they don't have a problem saying it anymore. So my thing is this. What do you think could be done with the parents, the police force? Like, what could be something specific that the police can do to get some more accountability within our city?
I think the problem first starts with there are not enough people that go out and vote.
And feel free to call in,
I think
people.
that it starts with voting. If you want to make change, you have to first get out and vote, because you need to first hold the powers that be accountable. And if you don't vote, then your right is just pretty much taken from you. You have to pretty much deal with whoever gets in office, and that's where I think it starts. I think you have to get out and vote. That's first. And then also with the police, I think that there need to be more sensitivity training with the Chicago police. I think more police need to get out into the community and become part of the community. Back in the day, you had the police officer that would walk the street, come sit on your porch. We don't have that. We don't have that closeness that we used to have with the Chicago police.
Hmm. Yeah, I agree. I think that one of the biggest things, when I go out here and speak to a lot of these, just different areas, different cadets, different, people from street people to the police. I think one of the biggest things is the lack of culture. Mm-hmm. I think a lot of police that have been sent into the ghetto, the so-called hood, or less the deprived area, they're going in there under false pretenses that they have to be this tough guy, that they have to go in there and they got to whoop butt and they got to get the respect, and that's how they get the respect for the neighborhood. When that's just not true. Okay. I think what's happened is a lot of these captains or these lieutenants have told them they have to do that really because they want them to have more tough skin. But I think that we've realized now that is not working. That's happened over 20 years now, and it's getting to whereas now the police and the hood had a no snitch policy. Okay. You know what I mean? So
we have 5 minutes left. I'm sorry. We need a caller. Yeah, please call in.
with that in mind, no, I mean, we've had a great talk.
Yes.
Don't worry about that. Right now, I just think that, people need to understand that this is a critical time when we need your voice out there. We need you guys to really, start becoming instrumental with these organizations. It doesn't have to be ours, but any grassroots organizations, get out there and become a part of it because change comes from numbers. And the more numbers we have in these grassroots organizations, the more power we have with our word as far as where we need to be as a city.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Because more people are coming forth now. In fact, I've never seen it grow this much. And it has its pros and cons as well, because now you have everyone that all of a sudden wants to be a community activist.
Exactly.
Everybody, that's the new thing. First, everybody wanted to be a rapper, you know what I'm saying? Then everybody wanted to be there. Now everybody want to be a community activist.
Yes.
But they don't realize what they're getting into. I've been doing this a long time. This is a really tedious thing. So you're gonna your heart has to be in it, but you also have to have your physicality in it, meaning you're gonna have to be present. You're gonna have to get out there when the news and the press are not around. Yes. You're gonna have to do it because you want to make change, because you're tired and you really want to make change.
And you're out there all the time, Mr. Esam Peter Keller. I saw you when McCarthy was in office, and you all were trying to get him all out, and you all walked around the city hall. 19 shots is what you were. Yes, and I saw you every day on the news. You are one that would get out there and get on the ground.
Well, yeah, I appreciate that. I mean, this is definitely something that, and we got McCarthy out.
Exactly.
So we did.
Okay.
We were able to do that. But it took a collective, as I said. Everyone did their part.
Yes.
From the political people up top all the way down to the different communities. But I just want you guys to know that Friends for Life has definitely been out here. We're not stopping. This is something that we have a passion for. And in closing, I'd like to give you the floor just to say some things about Friends for Life that you want people to know, or just basically how did you start Friends for Life?
Well, I started Friends for Life because I wanted to help. I really had a passion. It started off, I taught for Chicago Public School 15 years. And when I left CPS, I started my own daycare business. And I just didn't feel like I was fulfilling my purpose as a human being. I really wanted to do more. And as a young parent growing up myself, having my son at 16, I utilize all the resources in my community, but I don't see those same resources. I don't see the parenting classes. I don't see the community stepping up like they did back when I was growing up. And so I wanted to do something. So I started Friends for Life, and it's been hard because pretty much I've had a lot of disappointments, and I've had a lot of people like yourself step up, show me the way, hold my hand, and guide me. And so Friends for Life it's like my baby, my dream to just really help our city grow and help people as individuals grow and be the best individuals they can be.
Right.
That's where I started.
Well, great. And you've been doing a great job.
Thank
I will
you.
have to say it's come a long way.
Yes.
And I have been, part of it, and as I watched it grow, sometimes you just have to sit back and look at it and just be proud, because a lot of people don't know how much work goes behind the scenes in order to get there. I mean, everything from transportation to getting business cards to you name it, it goes down the line. So please, people, become a part of some type of grassroots organization around you. Make sure that you don't stop. Make sure that you guys reach out to us and other organizations. If you want to get in touch with Friends for Life, you have the information now. Feel free to call in Feel free to reach out to ULON, ULON. You can go to
Yes.
www.ulon.us. You know, that's our website. And we're in conjunction with Friends for Life. And this is what we do. So we just want to say we love y'all. Until next time, be good. And we love you guys, man. Friends for Life.
Building those bridges and forging those friendships that last a lifetime.
Holla.